What's good guys, my name is Ishan. You're probably busy, which is perfect because on this channel we like to keep things short and sweet. No fluff, just quick and to the point. So in the next few minutes we're going to be going over the best speculative stock to be playing in 2020. But the stock has also been shrouded in a lot of controversy. So we're going to be going over all of that plus how to exactly play the stock. So as always, if you enjoy these short and value packed videos, make sure to drop a quick sub. And let's clock in. So before we do talk about the stock, I just want to remind you that this is a speculative play, so there will be a lot of risk involved. So as always, please do your own research and your own analysis. I've called out a lot of other stocks that are much safer. As an example, Appian, that's returned over 75% since my call out, Elastic Envy, which is up 20% from where I called it, and so many more like Virgin Galactic I called in the 16s, Datadog I called once in the 80s, and then again at 100. So by all means, these are the safer stocks I recommend you check out. I'm not a financial advisor, but I just want to share today an opportunity in a speculative stock I've come across that could return some massive profits. So the stock I'm going to be talking about is Nanox Imaging stock, or ticker symbol NNOX. This is one a subscriber actually called out for me, so thank you very much. Now what this Israeli company does, or shall I say will do, is actually pretty revolutionary. So what they've created is an imaging system that can take x-rays, CT scans, MRIs, and all those different things. Doesn't sound that special, but what is special is their technology and the super low cost of their product. They have designed a cutting-edge downsized scanner that aims to compete with larger and more expensive existing x-ray machines, with the first model called the Nanox ARC. Nanox says that the ARC comes in at 70 kgs versus 2000 kgs for the average CT scanner, and production costs are around $10,000 compared to 1 to 3 million for the CT scanner. Like, just look at the size difference. So far, pretty impressive. As for how their technology actually works, I'll link their video down below explaining it, and honestly, they do a much better job than me. But to save you a few minutes, because I like to keep it quick and to the point, basically today's current generation of imaging systems heat up a metal filament to 2000 degrees Celsius to produce the electron streams that fire at an anode that produces the X-ray. And since it gets so hot, the anode has to keep spinning so it doesn't heat up like insane and blow the place up. What Nanox has created is a silicone chip with 100 million nanocones emitting digitally controlled electron streams under low voltage, and it fires at the anode at different spots and not just at one spot like current imaging systems. This takes away the need to have to rotate the anode, and as a result makes their machine smaller, cheaper, and way more efficient. So the machine is actually still pending regulatory approval by the FDA. And so once cleared, they actually plan to sell 1,000 systems within the first half of 2021. And so now, after raising 59 million in funding before their IPO and also raising an additional 165.2 million after their IPO, the company has got the cash and a massive partner in Foxconn who will take care of production. There's a lot more stuff to go over about the company, but now that you get a rough understanding of what they do and who they are, I want to talk about the controversy they've been facing. Put it simply, they're being called the next Theranos. And so that's the reason, as you can see, their stock got obliterated from a high of almost $70 down to $20 a share. Short seller Andrew left, who by the way was short Tesla for the longest time. His firm Citron Research described Nanox as a complete farce on the market, with stock prices heading to zero. The biggest claims are, first, that simply the product doesn't even work at all, and second, that all of the customers that Nanox talks about in their investor presentation aren't even real customers and are fake customers. And so before I give my take, Nanox basically said that it will demonstrate its tech at RSNA 2020, which is like a radiology conference being held on November 29th to December 5th in Chicago. This actually caused the stock to soar over 50% from $20 to $30, customers, because if they demonstrate that it works, that will be big and prove a lot of shorts wrong, which would cause a massive short squeeze. So they addressed that, but what about their fake customers? Well, they didn't really address that, and here's where I also get a little suspicious as well. They talked about how they have thousands of contracts, but these contracts are just with distributors, so it's not like it's guaranteed that these will be sold. I mean, probably they will be upon FDA clearance, but the contracts are just with distributors, whom if you search up, as an example, the Gateway Group, who they talk about being one of Australia's largest independent product distributors of health, wellness, medical supplies and devices, you don't actually find any proof or evidence to back that up, and that's what Citron said as well. Now, how true all of this actually is, I don't know, but it's because of all this news that I'm calling Nanox a speculative play. It does have massive upside from where it fell from, and they definitely have a disruptive product for a stagnated $21 billion global medical imaging market. What I do believe they're doing very smartly as well is their pricing model, which will lead to adoption very quickly. Instead of actually charging imaging clinics, hospitals, and all those people for the machine up front, instead they're going through a pay-per-scan service business model, along with obviously a minimum annual service fee. Currently, $40 is the total cost per scan as a global average based on their current contracts, and Nanox will be paid $14 out of the $40 per scan, meaning if all their 4,520 contracted units are deployed and operational, and each one is taking 20 scans a day, that will be $397 million in recurring revenues annually and $1.1 billion at 60 scans a day, which is actually the global average. The imaging market hasn't really changed all that much in a long time, and Nanox's product will truly disrupt the entire market. Their manufacturing partnership with Foxconn will allow for fast and efficient production, and their business model makes the system all around more affordable. So it's for all these different reasons that I believe that Nanox is truly the best speculative play to place your money on in 2020. Now we're gonna go over how exactly to play the stock, and honestly it's pretty simple. We saw how it soared 50% on news of a live demonstration at the end of November, so leading up to that you can bet there will be a big pre-anticipatory run-up, which I would be looking to play. Currently it's forming a triangle, so what I'm looking for is if it can break above and turn the resistance line into support, or if it breaks below, I will be looking to buy some if it can turn $30 into support. If it breaks below $30, then I'll be looking to buy big at the gap below, waiting to be filled at $25 a share. And this again is all before the live demonstration. I would ideally be looking to buy in, play the run up, and then sell most of my position before the actual event, and then hold some for the long term, because I really think this is a company that could do some big things. Again, I am not a financial advisor, so any risk that you take is all up to you, but what I would recommend is that you don't buy too many shares or go really heavy into the stock, because again, it is a speculative play. So make sure to subscribe and like, and let me know down below what you guys think about Nanox Imaging stock. If you plan to buy it, what are your thoughts on it, or any other speculative stock investments that you want to let me know down below about. Do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, clocking out for now. Peace.